Hey guys, I'm Julius, game designer for Crytek, working on Locomotion prototypes for our VR research and development team. Today we'll be discussing one of our prototypes called compass rotation. Um, First things first, we expect this rotation method to allow the player to turn swiftly in any direction on his horizontal axis with very little discomfort. There are several variables that went into the creation of this prototype, the main one being what angle is the right angle to rotate the user without making them feel incredibly nauseous or sick in virtual reality. For our purposes of prototyping, we decided that the appropriate angle would be roughly around 30 degrees when turning left or right. So we're going to show you a little bit of how that actually works in a testing environment, how it looks, how it feels. And I'll talk to you guys a bit while I'm going through it. All right, so let's take a walk around the environment. Always keep in mind that I can still steer my avatar with my head motions, and when I do need to make that, for example, a full 180 turn, I can just snap my camera. Let's go see how that feels in an interior or an enclosed space. See, it's much less extreme when you're in enclosed spaces. Quite effective. Believe it or not, most projects in VR that employ first-person view mechanics, this is the preferred method of turning, and that's mostly because it's pretty easy on the stomach. So there's some things that we realize here that, there are a few pros and cons. Some pros for this method of rotation: it's a great way to quickly observe the environment and your surroundings in game. Rotation speed is fast, it's expeditious, so if you need to quickly turn to another direction in order to either shoot some enemies or try to evade an enemy killing you or other reasons for turning this quickly in game, you can. So you're not hindered from quickly turning around. Compensates for having to physically move your body in a manner which would either tangle you in the cord for your VR headset or put you in a situation where you're bumping into things inside of your house or something like that. So it's actually quite useful when you need to be in a space which you're not physically able to move around a lot. One of the cons to this rotation method is it's also slightly disorientating and could still be one of those things that's uncomfortable doing at high speeds. So we know that when you go forward at a high rate of motion and then snap to the left, this is immediately inducing some kind of discomfort in the user. So it's something we like to avoid, but if you're moving at a lower rate of speed, this is a viable mechanic. In conclusion, we determined that compass rotation is in fact a practical solution for rotation, but circumstance and gameplay style would dictate if this is fundamentally a viable option as a rotation scheme for projects, and that would be most certainly on an individual basis. We will probably, will most likely create additional rotation schemes that are similar to this, and we will be more than thrilled and excited to present them to you in the future. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.
Achieved with CryEngine.